16 Psychology tips to instantly read people's minds and characters. When meeting someone for the first time, in general, our minds are filled with curiosity about the nature of the character and thoughts of that person. For that reason, it is important for us to know how humans communicate. According to psychology experts, when two or more individuals interact, 50% of the message that really wants to be conveyed comes from body language, 38% comes from tone or intonation of voice, and only 7% comes from the words spoken. That means when we meet someone for the first time, we have to consider the three factors mentioned above besides paying attention to appearance. So if you want to know what other people think when you first meet, heed these pointers. Number 1. Eye contact. There is a saying that the eyes are the windows to the heart. To know which type of eye contact to give, you have to be able to consider the context. For example, if someone really can't take his eyes off you, then it could mean that he is attracted or likes you. On the other hand, when you meet your neighbor's eyes and then he can't look back at you, then that can indicate that he is nervous or hiding something. Then if you talk to an individual whose eyes make you feel uncomfortable, especially if his eyes don't blink, it can indicate that he is lying. Number 2. Eyebrows. If you want to see how comfortable other people are when talking to you, then look at their eyebrows. There are three main emotions that raise human eyebrows: surprise, worry, and fear. Try to raise your eyebrows when chatting casually with your closest friends. It will definitely be difficult, isn't it? If you're talking to someone and they raise their eyebrows even though the topic of your conversation doesn't cause surprise, worry, or fear, that means that individual is feeling uncomfortable. Number 3. Smile. When it comes to smiling, the mouth and lips can lie, but not the eyes. It should be noted that a truly sincere smile is one that reaches the eyes and creates a frown around them. Humans often smile to hide what they are really thinking and feeling. So next time you want to know if someone else's smile is genuine or not, pay attention to the wrinkles around their eye area. If there aren't any, then it means they are hiding something. Number 4. What is said. If you meet someone for the first time and they constantly talk about positive things like complimenting their partner or co-workers, then chances are that that individual has a pretty good personality. Research shows that the more often a person positively evaluates his fellow as a good, polite, loving, and polite person, the more likely he is to also have these traits. And vice versa, if you often talk about bad things, then that person tends to also have the same character. Number 5. Paralanguage. Paralanguage is a form of nonverbal communication such as hand gestures, facial expressions, body postures, and head shakes. Basically, paralanguage is a great way to find out the thoughts of the other person by paying attention to all aspects. For example, if someone uses a monotonous tone to respond to your words, then most likely he doesn't like or is not interested in the words you are saying. Then if someone uses sarcasm, it indicates that what he really wants to say is the opposite of what he said. So pay attention to the emphasis that the other person puts on when speaking and see how it's pronounced. This can give you a clue as to what their true intentions are. Number 6. Nodding frequency. Generally, nodding is a sign of agreeing to something, but be aware that if someone is nodding excessively, then it may indicate that they are anxious about a deal. When giving instructions to your friends or subordinates and they nod excessively, it means they are worried about what you are thinking and wondering whether their ability to follow commands is questionable or not. Number 7. Chin and jaw. When humans are trying to make a decision, rubbing their chin and looking up, down, or sideways is what they tend to do, and this is a sign of hard thinking. Then a clenched jaw indicates a person is experiencing deep stress and feels uncomfortable with the situation around them. In addition, those who clenched their jaws when communicating also indicated that an epic conversation with the other person might lead to something they were worried about, or they were focusing on other things that caused stress. Number 8. Posture. Posture can actually provide some clues about the level of human confidence. For example, if a person walks upright with their shoulders back and looks straight ahead, this indicates that they feel good about themselves and are also confident. However, if an individual slouches and looks down when they walk, then this may indicate low self-esteem and a lack of confidence. Number 9. Rubbing hands. It has been believed by many experts that hand movements can reflect our thoughts when someone rubs their hands together. It generally signifies that he has a good feeling about something and is also sure that something amazing will happen in the future. Number 10. Handshake. By just shaking hands, you can quickly find out about the nature, character, and personality of other people. Those who have a soft handshake tend to obey and comply, whereas a strong and hard handshake shows a tendency to dominate. In addition to the power of a long position when shaking hands, it turns out that it can also express thoughts. If someone only briefly shakes hands with you, it shows that he doesn't want to have a deep relationship with you. On the other hand, a long handshake indicates that the person intends to build a deep relationship with you. Number 11. Lean over. If someone leans towards you while you are talking, then this shows that he is interested in what you have to say and respects you. Then when you're talking and someone approaches and then leans towards you, then it shows that he wants to vent. In addition, if someone leans back or moves their body away from you when someone is talking, it shows that the person is bored with the topic of your conversation and may feel uncomfortable. Number 12. How to hold the baby. Okay, some of you may find this strange, but the way you hold your baby can say a lot. If you're meeting someone for the first time and they just happen to be mom or dad, take a look at which arm is holding their baby. Studies show that happy mothers tend to hold their babies using their left arm, whereas stressed and depressed mothers tend to hold their babies using their right arm. Number 13. Crossed legs and arms. Have you ever met people who crossed their legs or arms while you were talking? If you are dating for the first time or are trying to give your friend input and then they cross their legs or arms, then this is not a good sign. Crossed arms and legs is a physical barrier which shows that someone is not open and doesn't like what you have to say. Psychologically, crossing your legs or arms indicates something is blocking you physically, mentally, and emotionally. So even though people smile and engage in pleasant conversation doesn't mean they are always open and agree with everything that is said. If someone likes you, then both feet will point at you when you're talking. Then if someone wants to leave, then he will point his feet towards the door when you are communicating with him. Number 14. Somebody's shoes. Shoes can actually give you a lot of information about human character and personality. The results show that the type of shoes chosen can accurately reflect a person's personality. For example, people who are easily nervous tend to have shoes that are always new or shoes that are always clean. Then individuals who are friendly tend to like to wear shoes that are practical, and then those who are aggressive tend to love boots. Number 15. One's appearance. How people dress and present themselves can say a lot about them, as individuals who style their hair neatly, wear ironed clothes, and pay attention to their overall style show that they are detailed and like to pay attention to details, while people who don't style their hair neatly and likes to wear casual clothes may have a creative nature. Finally, those who look unkempt and smelly can indicate a lazy and dirty nature. Number 16. Imitate body language. If you've never tried reading body language, maybe this is something you're not aware of. Remember, in the future, if someone imitates your body language, this means that he feels something very good about you, so he wants to align himself with you. This also indicates that the conversation is going well and the other party is receiving your message well. The action of imitating body language is carried out unconsciously, because basically no human being deliberately wants to imitate others, but when we feel comfortable with someone, we have a tendency to imitate what he is doing. Some of us are pretty good at reading other people's signs and body language, while some of us can't. Reading other people's thoughts and behavior is not easy, but if you can do it, then it will definitely help you a lot. Of course, every individual is different from one another, so maybe some of the psychological tricks above cannot be 100% accurate, though hopefully with the 16 psychology tricks that we have shared, you can get better at reading other people's thoughts and characters. What did he think about this video when you meet someone for the first time? What's the first thing you usually notice about the person? Share your thoughts in the comments below this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends so we can continue making videos like this for more. Press the subscribe button and remember to activate the post notification button. Also make sure to watch our other videos. Thank you for watching.